Hey, what's up guys? Austin here, back with another episode of Study the Greats. And in this one, I want to analyze a couple sections from Two's appearance on Drumeo last year, which is a really great video. If you haven't seen that yet, you have to go watch that after this. But I specifically want to highlight his hybrid approach to drumming and his use of electronics with acoustic drums, which is pretty unique in the prog rock metal world. And when I first started listening to them a couple years ago, I didn't fully realize that he was recreating those electronic drum parts live until I started watching videos of them playing live. And then I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. He's manually playing all those electronic drum parts. So let's go ahead and start with the first song that demonstrates this hybrid approach, which is an absolute banger, and that is Chokehold. So let's go ahead and watch the intro to that. So as you can see, I've got everything set up here to kind of recreate his setup as best I can with the multipad on the left. Now I don't have his exact sounds in here, but I tried to get them as close as I can, so you'll get the idea. But this intro is a nice little 2-bar groove, which is based around solid 8th note triplets with the right hand on the hi-hat, and a pretty straight ahead kick and snare pattern, but this establishes the triplet feel of the song and sets the stage for everything else afterward. And the tempo on this is about 114, so here's what that looks like with the notation. And then that intro transitions seamlessly into the full kick in with the acoustic drums. So let's watch a clip of that. So this part is like the first big kick in on the album Take Me Back to Eden, and it just hits you right in the face with this huge, heavy, but laid back kind of vibe. And the groove is still based on triplets, like the intro, so it's got that nasty kind of swing in it, right? Now he plays things a little bit differently here than he does on the album, and some of the things he adds in are really tricky to play, especially the double kick flurries that he adds in there, which I originally thought were just double strokes, like a right-left on the kick. But if you slow it down, it looks like he's actually playing triples there, and he's specifically playing it left, right, left, which feels extremely awkward for me to play. So I'm just gonna try to play it as right, left, right. But, you know, with these little embellishments he adds in there, very tricky to play, but I'll give it a shot here with the notation. So that's a good example of this theme that he uses a lot throughout their songs, which is some kind of a chill electronic intro, and then that transitions into more aggressive acoustic drumming later on, but follows in the same theme as the intro. But now let's move on to the second song, which demonstrates this same kind of thing, which is titled Like That, which interestingly in the interview on Drumeo, he says are some of his favorite drum parts that he's ever written.
Another song I enjoy playing live is entitled Like That. This is from our second record. Arguably, the drum parts in that song are, to this day, my favorite that I've written.
Trapped under the surface of your words, there is a new intention, new whispers that once could not be heard, catching your intention. Wait, talking with braces on your tongue, just to provoke my combat. New weapons to snap those final strings, just to watch me fall back. Do you like that?
Now the pattern for this one is really interesting. It's essentially just like a kick and snare pattern that he's playing with the two hands, but it's very syncopated, it's got very unusual note placements, and it's constantly evolving over the course of 8 bars before it repeats. So it's really like one big 8-bar phrase. But the tempo on this one is about 148, so let me try to recreate this for you with the notation. So with that established, now let's move on to the main chorus of the song, where he shifts into playing these big power tom unisons on the drums. Now, the really interesting thing about that section is it follows the exact same accent structure as the intro, but now he's keeping quarter notes with the left foot on the hi-hat, and he's also playing these big power tom unison hits with the kick, big flames on the snare, and he also throws in that nasty little triplet fill in there, which sounds really cool, but tricky to pull off. That's pretty cool, right? I feel like these sections from Chokehold and Like That are really good examples of his hybrid approach to drumming and how he utilizes both electronics and acoustic drums to create these really badass, epic, progressive metal songs. And if you're not into Sleep Token yet, well, bro, you're missing out. So just start listening to their entire discography because it's all good. And I think that once you do, you'll get hooked like I did. It's good music. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.